Something moved across the Martian sky, something faster than anything ever recorded there. It happened in October 2025. A sharp streak of green light cut through the thin red atmosphere, racing at 60 kilometers per second. For a brief moment, NASA's Perseverance rover caught it on its horizon cameras. Then the feed went dark. Seconds later, every orbiter around Mars stopped transmitting. The blackout was total, and perfectly timed. When the first leaked images appeared, they showed a faint emerald glow hanging just above the horizon. Scientists immediately knew what it was supposed to be: 3I, Atlas, the interstellar visitor sweeping through our solar system. But no comet should move like that, and no natural object should emit that kind of light without leaving traces of water or carbon. Something was wrong. An amateur astronomer named Stephen Burns found what NASA wouldn't release: a 9-minute time-lapse stitched from the rover's raw image archives. It showed a thin streak slicing the Martian sky, moving far too fast for debris, far too straight for a meteor. The path aligned perfectly with 3I, Atlas's expected trajectory. Within hours, the footage exploded online. Some dismissed it as an artifact, a camera glitch. Others pointed to one frame, the same one that caught a sudden, razor-sharp flash of green light. It wasn't random. It was deliberate. Then came the silence. Mars orbiters that usually flood data to Earth every few days went dark. No raw images, no telemetry. Just a vague message about data calibration. But inside JPL, leaked memos told a different story. Instruments had picked up faint signatures trailing 3I, Atlas, multiple points moving in perfect formation. Not dust, not fragments, something coordinated. Some engineers called it debris. Others used another word: probes. When the James Webb Space Telescope turned toward Mars, it found the object again, only now it wasn't alone. The infrared images showed 3 distinct heat sources moving together, bound by invisible filaments of energy. They pulsed in synchronization every 22 seconds, matching a strange rhythm that ground-based antennas had started detecting, a repeating hum buried in the static of space. It wasn't noise. It was a pattern. NASA's official explanation didn't hold for long. A comet's green glow usually comes from dicarbon, but Webb's spectrum found none. Instead, the data revealed traces of nickel vapor, cobalt, and cyanogen, an impossible mix for a natural body. Even more disturbing, the ratio of metals didn't belong to any known asteroid. It was as if the object was manufactured. And then something extraordinary happened. 3I, ATLAS began to glow brighter without heating up, as though the light itself was carrying encoded information. One night, the signal changed. The 22-second pulse slowed, 23, 24, as if the object were adjusting for Earth's rotation. Then the green light that had haunted Mars began to spread across the sky of our own planet. For the first time, faint auroras appeared where they never should, over deserts, equatorial cities, and mid-latitude skies. Every shimmer came precisely 24 seconds apart. The pattern matched 3I, Atlas's heartbeat. Air traffic systems flickered. Satellites fell briefly out of sync. Power grids hummed with an invisible resonance. It was everywhere, inside the ionosphere, inside our communications, inside us. Clocks began to drift by fractions of a second until, impossibly, they all synchronized. Not to Earth's atomic standard, but to asterisk something else. The Webb Telescope, millions of kilometers away, recorded a new formation around 3I, Atlas, 3 luminous arcs connecting the object, Mars, and Earth into a perfect triangle. The geometry corresponded precisely with the coordinates of the 1977 "wow" signal, the mysterious radio burst that once hinted humanity wasn't alone. The coincidence was mathematically impossible. The realization, terrifying. And then, the light changed. The rhythmic pulse fractured into multiple frequencies, building into a single tone that swept across the electromagnetic spectrum. For 13 seconds, the entire planet was bathed in silent resonance. The auroras turned white, brighter than daylight, and then vanished. 3I, ATLAS stopped emitting light entirely. When Webb took its next exposure, the comet was gone, but not gone. Its reflection, its emissions, everything had vanished, replaced by a perfectly dark silhouette bending starlight around it. It was absorbing radiation, not reflecting it. It wasn't a comet anymore. It was something else, something dense, deliberate, and alive in a way that defied every law of physics. At exactly midnight UTC, seismic stations around the world registered a synchronized pulse, not from space, but from deep beneath the Earth's crust. The timing matched 3I, Atlas's last known signal. In the following hours, deep radar networks detected symmetrical patterns buried miles underground, resonating with the same 24-second cycle. Whatever had been watching from space was now echoing from within the planet itself. The James Webb Telescope captured one final image before its sensors overloaded. A faint ring expanding outward from where 3I, ATLAS had been, folding in on itself like a reflection collapsing into a mirror. Inside the void, spectrographs picked up fragments of human radio transmissions, every signal Earth had ever sent into space, bouncing back in perfect sequence. Every broadcast. Every voice. Every message we thought was lost. Then came silence. Not the absence of sound, but structured silence, like the universe itself had paused to listen. Background radiation dipped. Cosmic noise flattened. Even the hum of deep space changed tone. And just before Webb went blind, the halo shifted into a spiral, the same ancient pattern found carved into rocks and ruins across Earth, the one that has appeared for millennia in every forgotten corner of our planet. When the light faded, there was nothing left. No debris. No dust. Just the faint hum, repeating every 24 seconds, now buried deep in the electromagnetic rhythm of Earth. Some say it's just interference. Others still hear it in the quiet moments, beneath the static, under the oceans, in the wind. It isn't random. It's waiting. Maybe 3I, ATLAS wasn't a comet. Maybe it was a signal, a message written in light and gravity. Maybe it didn't come to visit us, maybe it came to wake something up. And if that's true, the question isn't where it went. The question is what it left behind.